Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we'll be reading What's Something You Wish You Knew Before Starting Weight Loss? Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories. Refeeding. Your weight doesn't decrease even though you keep your deficit and are active. A plateau drives you nuts, so after a week or two you decide to decrease kcal even more and exercise for an additional hour a day. That's what everyone does, so it has to be correct, right? Wrong. If you hit that point, what you need to do is to stop eating at a deficit and for 2 to 3 days eat at your maintenance. Also, decreasing activity by 30 to 50%. Yes, you may gain half a pound doing that, but your body will read it as getting back to normal, responding with an increase in your metabolic rate. Thanks to that, after those 3 days of refeeding, you will start losing pounds again. It is good for your mental health and it is good for weight loss. That in order to see actual results, you have to choose to want it more than anything else. I guarantee there will be days when you definitely want that bag of cookies more than you want to be thin. You have to choose to do the hard thing, rather than just rely on your desire. You can't just keep telling yourself, oh, when such and such happens, it'll be easier for me to start my weight loss, or when I'm less stressed, I'll start. I waited, and all that happened was I got fatter and more stressed. The stress will never go away. The hard things in your life will never go away. I can't control everything in my life, but I can control what I put into my body. I read that online, and it's kept me losing weight even through the loss of my job and all the insanity that's going on in the world right now. That when people start to notice, it doesn't always feel good. People will think you have an ED, it can strain relationships, and it can generally be super uncomfortable to feel so many eyes on you all of a sudden. Family noticing is especially tricky, and they'll probably treat you differently in one way or another. My mom started to poke me in the sides or the shoulders when she walks by, which makes me so uncomfortable. My grandma will always insist that I eat dessert now, when before she didn't show any interest. TLDR, weight loss doesn't magically make you comfortable in your skin. It can actually cause a lot of insecurity and vulnerability at first. I really wish I knew how alone you feel through the process. I've explained to my family, who are very supportive, my intense struggles with every food item I choose to eat and how at times it wears on me emotionally, but I still feel this sense of isolation that I think many people who are losing weight experience. I sometimes feel like something is wrong with me when I'm telling them about how food controls my weaknesses, like I'm still a slob even though I've lost over 70 pounds, and this makes me fear that they are judging me. However, they have been nothing but loving and patient as I've complained to them these past 8 months, which makes me start to think that this is an issue within myself that I need to figure out. How cool or cold you get. A lot of people mention feeling much colder once they reach their final weight or sometime down the track, but nobody shares that after a week or two of a deficit, you may start feeling cool even when it is warm outside. This is the main reason why I hate losing weight over winter months. Not only is it cold outside, but you are also cold due to a calorie deficit. I wish I knew that weight loss wasn't just about exercise and that you could still gain weight even if you exercised. How you eat is very important. Like the saying goes, abs are made in the kitchen. Seco is what's been working for me. It's been just over a week and I'm down 3 pounds and I've lost them healthily by counting calories and working out. How much you as a person will change. I lost 50 pounds from my highest weight, 230 to 180, and still working on it. And who I was then is nothing like I am now. When I was 230, I was lazy, irresponsible, uncommitted, and never held myself accountable for my own actions. And that's not just in regards to how I acted in the gym. You need to develop certain mentalities in order to succeed in weight loss, and it will benefit you immensely throughout the rest of your life. We always say that weight loss starts in the kitchen, not the gym, but it's got to start within yourself first. Your attitude and mentality makes a world of difference. To lose weight, you do actually have to eat properly, even if you exercise a lot. Without the proper nutrients, you can end up gaining weight since your body is in starvation mode. I thought no matter how poorly I ate, I could still lose weight. Nope, and now I have to eat either 1 hour before a workout or 1 hour after. So many of my friends don't know this either. They would only eat small salads that contain mainly lettuce and do a 40-minute workout after and would wonder how they are gaining weight when they've been following that routine for 2 weeks. Eat protein and some carbs before or after any workout. The high of getting to buy smaller clothes won't last. You'll still hate parts of your body. People will tell you how amazing you look because they're comparing you now with you then. And meanwhile, you're comparing you now with the ideal you, the you without saggy, loose skin and stretch marks. The realization that a smaller body might still not be the body you want can be crushing. You just have to keep working towards improvement. You'll probably never achieve the perfect body, but a healthier, stronger body, that is a goal that can be reached. If you have been struggling with your weight for a long time, you have to completely change your emotional state to change your physical state. If you've gotten to a point that you're very unhappy with, it most likely did not happen by accident or happen overnight. Losing the weight will be the same way. You have to stay consistently committed to eating nutritionally adequate foods and moving more. However, something that is overlooked is the spiritual and emotional side of weight loss. You have to completely shift your mindset to not rely on food for comfort. You won't find what you're looking for at the bottom of the chip bag, and that fourth donut will not solve your problems in life. We have to choose our battles, and life is already so complicated. Don't make it more difficult by suffering the social and health consequences that come from an unhealthy lifestyle. Emotional eating can be a tough cycle to break, but is necessary to lose and maintain weight. If you have existing mental health problems, it is crucial to seek treatment. When I got diagnosed with ADHD, my lifelong struggle of weight problems made so much more sense due to my lack of impulse control and dopamine seeking. If you were raised with unhealthy habits from your parents, journaling or talking it out with a professional can be extremely healing. Of course, the root of your weight issues is going to differ from person to person, but when you find the reason, you can then discover the solution and finally stick to it. You have to have the guts to face your issue and take responsibility for how you choose to take care of yourself. There is no other way. You don't have to be the victim. Enjoy all the good and difficult things along this journey, and do not waver in your goal. The equation of losing weight is simple, and the process can fly by if you stay committed to putting your mental and physical health first. Time will pass anyways, so there's no better time to put in the effort to show your body, mind, and soul the respect it deserves and has been craving. You must have the belief that you deserve nothing less than optimal health, a body you feel comfortable in, and a healthy relationship with food, and to live your life according to this belief. This means no contact with people or situations that trigger you to overeat, no foods you know that will make you binge, no crazy diets. Remember, the body likes routine and stability, and less contact with toxic family members. Once you live a lifestyle according to your weight loss and mental health goals, you will see amazing physical changes as well as less willingness to be controlled by emotions, toxic people, or food. I know that this has been long, but I feel like this is an aspect so overlooked in the weight loss community. Our life is in our minds, so making it a healthy and safe place to be will be the driving force in your weight loss. I wish you all so much luck in your weight loss journey, and that it not only makes you feel happy with your appearance, but also content within yourself because you decided to respect and love yourself in the way you deserve. Start slow by making one change at a time. If you want to go keto, build up to it by dropping your carbs 20% a week until you get to your goal levels. If you want to intermittent fast, start by pushing breakfast an hour later every week. If you want a calorie count, drop your calories by 10% to start, not down to 1,200 a day. If you want to exercise, spend 50 minutes walking around the neighborhood and not try to hurt yourself on a treadmill. If you want to eat clean, make sure one meal a day is clean food. The reason most diets fail is that people try to incorporate multiple things to the extreme from day one, and that is a huge stressor on their physical and mental states. Going from being a couch potato eating 4,000 calories on the SAD to eating 1,200 calories of clean keto in a 6-hour window a day while doing HIIT training at the local track is absolutely not sustainable. If you eventually want to do all these things, build them up one at a time slowly. Weight loss is a marathon, not a sprint. And that brings us to the featured narwhals of the day from our subreddit. Our subreddit is a place to share pictures, ask questions, and get support on your weight loss journey. To join, just open the description below and click the top link. Click Use App, install the Reddit app, create an account, and then click Join once you're at our subreddit. We'd love to have you join us on the subreddit. Once again, the link is below. Our first featured narwhal of the day is random username, and they say, before and after, 200 pounds, I didn't like to weigh myself, to 115. Typical Andrew says, 230 plus to 148 pounds, in 8 months of counting calories and moving a little more. I never committed to dieting because I was intimidated by everyone always hyping up how hard weight loss is. Honestly, it's as hard as you make it. Gabby Griggs says, July 2019 to April 2020, 184 pounds to the left, 158 pounds on right, and my goal weight is 145. I've never been able to see the progress by looking in the mirror, but comparing these two pictures shows me just how far I've come. Thanks for sharing Featured Narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. Thanks for watching Narwhals, and I'll see you in the next one.